All right, the topic today is going to be art and drawing. Let's start.
As I said, we're doing art and drawing today. If you're an artist, great. If you're not an artist, that's okay too. Our 3 questions are, do you like drawing? Do you like to go to art galleries? And do you want to learn more about art? Like I said, if you're an artist, that's going to be great. If you're not an artist, we're going to find good English words and phrases that we can use. The first question, do you like drawing? Do you like drawing? I would pause it here. I would seriously recommend picking up a pen or pencil and drawing one of these, a cat, a koala, anything you want, and just see, how do you feel afterwards? Is it a relaxing activity? Do you find yourself frustrated with drawing? Take a moment, draw a picture, and then unpause. So we're going to start off with language about drawing, such as doodling. It's aimless, like I doodle while I listen to a lecture. Now, I like to doodle animals. I know how to start off with the nose, and we'll see where it goes. Maybe this could be a bear or a cat. I don't really know. It's a doodle. I was doodling. I didn't really have an aim to this. I just wanted to show you what a quick little doodle would look like. Nothing too artistic. The next word I want to talk about is sketch or sketching. Now, a sketch is planned. It's either for practice or to convey information. For example, you could sketch out an idea. Sketch out an idea like this, like I'm trying to give you directions. That's my house, there's the shop. If you turn right down the road from the shop, you'll hit the movie theater, take a left, and bam, you're at my favorite milk tea. Sketch. The third thing is drawing. This is actually drawing, which usually says planned art with a definite end goal in mind. So as an example, I needed some art for my playlist for critical thinking. So I decided to draw a volcano in the jungle, and I started filling it out. I added my little logo design, T-School, and then I put in some paint and some colors to make it pop. This is art. So back to the question about, do you like drawing? You can talk about genres like comics, animes, portraits, landscapes, or maybe get abstract and talk about ideas or concepts. Maybe you draw to chill out or kill time. Or you could say drawing is or is not my element, which means do you or do you not have a talent for drawing? Another great idiom is think outside the box. Really, this just means can you think creatively or artistically? I like to draw. I really think it's nice for me to think outside the box every now and then. So let's talk about this word visual. It's vis from Latin, which means to see. Visual, you might know video or view. You can be a visual person, visual learner, or visualize a concept. Well, all that really means is you like to see things. You like to visualize. Another good vocabulary word is masterpiece. Like, it's no masterpiece, which means it's not that good of art, but I still like drawing. It's not like I'm creating masterpieces. Or maybe you are a serious artist. I would really like to create a masterpiece of art one day. A masterpiece. Here's another great phrase. I'm no, and then insert a great artist. I'm no Da Vinci. I'm no Michelangelo. I'm definitely no Da Vinci, but I do like to doodle from time to time. You can use this with any type of art. I'm no Taylor Swift, but I like to sing. I'm no Michelangelo, but I like to paint. I'm definitely no Da Vinci. I haven't mastered the art of drawing, but I occasionally sketch out ideas to better visualize a concept or idea. I like art, but I'd rather paint than draw. So again, anything that's not science is an art. I like art, but I would rather sculpt than draw. I'd rather make a sculpture or do some pottery than actually draw. Then you could take that and I say, I haven't mastered the art of sculpting. I like art, but I would rather sing than draw. I haven't mastered the art of drawing, but I occasionally sketch ideas to better visualize a concept or an idea. Do you like to draw? Let's look at examples. I'm no Michelangelo, but I personally love drawing. I consider myself a visual person. so I always doodle in class or sketch out an idea or concept. I'm definitely not an artist. I never really got into any serious drawing, but still like to do quick sketches every now and then. I like art, but I don't like drawing. I haven't ever really practiced drawing and don't think I'm very good at it. I drew a little when I was a kid, but I never really did well with it and thought it was a little boring, so I have not attempted to draw for art. I would rather paint or make music than draw. I don't have good hand-eye coordination or a talent for drawing. I personally love drawing. I consider myself a visual person, so I always doodle in class or sketch out an idea or concept. I never got really into any serious drawing, but still like to do quick sketches every now and then, especially of my favorite anime characters or celebrities. Question 2 is, do you like to go to art galleries? Now, many of my students would say no to this, but I hope I can teach you a little bit about arts galleries so you have more to talk about. Pictured above is the Louvre and the Mona Lisa. If we're talking about art galleries, we should talk about tours. That would be the verb to use. I have not toured an art gallery, or I have toured many art galleries. And usually you go to see an exhibit. There are not many exhibits that I have found interesting, or the Van Gogh exhibit was very appealing. Now, I'm going to give you guys some links to some online art galleries, online art museums, and art exhibits online, like this virtual tour of the Louvre. I really recommend you check it out. The link's in the comments, or I should say in the info section of this video. But click and you can take a virtual tour of the Louvre. This is another link I will provide down in the information description, but Vincent van Gogh Art Alive. Click on this, see if you would like to go to this art gallery. It's really just an exhibit about Vincent van Gogh's work, and it's totally immersive. It might be something that you would be into or considering doing in the future. If you want to see something a little more unique, you could check out MEOW WOLF. There's a bunch of links here, but it's just a crazy experience from artists of all walks of life, originating in the USA, but they're opening exhibits all around the world. This is an immersive experience, and I highly recommend you check out MEOW WOLF. One of these YouTube links would be great. I'll find a way to link it in the description. Now, I live in Vietnam, so any of my Vietnamese students out there, you could check out Vincom Center for Contemporary Art. This is in Hanoi, and they have some really interesting exhibits I highly recommend. Also, the Empty Wall Gallery in Hanoi. This one's a little more traditional, and you can actually purchase the art if you fall in love with it. So the Empty Wall Gallery, shout out to you in Hanoi. The question is, do you like to go to art galleries? And you could say, well, I'm not interested in art enough to seek out a gallery. Seek out means go find a gallery. Or, I would much rather spend my time doing something more exciting, like watching paint dry. I've never been to an art gallery and don't think I would find one very interesting. I admit I am impressed with some artists, but I wouldn't want to waste an afternoon at an art gallery. Well, I've never been to an arts gallery in person, but I've toured a few galleries online. They seem interesting, and I would love to visit one if I get the chance. Unique galleries like MEOW WOLF would be a fun experience. I don't really like art galleries. They just aren't my cup of tea. I've toured online art galleries with Teacher Trey, but they were pretty boring. Question 3. Do you want to learn more about art? Well, first off, what is art? Is this art? Is this art? Would you buy this? How much is this worth? Why is it art? Is this art? This looks like something I could do. Is this worth money? Why is this art? Is this art? I'm sure you're saying yes, but why? Do you like it? Is this art? What kind of art is this? Is this important art? What about this? Have you seen this before? Is it art? This looks like art to me. Does an artist get paid to make this? Now, I know this is Lego, but can Lego be art? Have you made art with Legos before? This is a house, but it looks like art to me. This design is so interesting and appealing to my eyes. This is a bridge, but it breathes fire and looks like a dragon. Is this art? Is this art? I know people would pay a lot of money for the car, but does an artist help design it? Or is it only engineers? I think it's good to consider what is or isn't art. Because then you could say, well, I want to learn about architecture or the art of making houses. Maybe you want to learn about film, theater, music, or photography. The art of singing, the art of dancing. If it isn't a science, it's art. Do you want to learn more about art? Do you want to learn more about drawing, painting, or sculpting? Maybe you want to learn more about famous artists, like famous painters, famous sculptors, famous musicians even. There's so much to learn and so many different types of art. Some nice words would be piqued my interest. It's pronounced piqued. It's a French word, so it's a little weird. Piqued my interest. Drawing and painting have never piqued my interests. That means they've never made you curious. You've never been interested about them. Another way to say it would be to be drawn to, which I think is hilarious for this topic. I've never really been drawn to art. I'm more of an athletics kind of guy myself. To be drawn to something is to be attracted to it. I would like to study more about art. Famous painters such as Picasso or Van Gogh are interesting case studies. It's fascinating to learn about their lives and how they approached art. I am interested in learning more about art. I've always enjoyed doodling, and I think street art is very cool. But I've never taken time to actually learn more about it. Of course, I do enjoy art, but I don't really have the interest to go out of my way and learn about art. I'm far more interested in other subjects and hobbies that are more my taste. If you have any questions about the words, the language, or how I'm using these phrases, please leave a message in the comment. I'm here to help. If you have any questions at all, let me know. I make all these lessons myself. Let's look at another example. I'm honestly not too interested in learning more about art. It can be interesting and fun to look at cool photographs or paintings, but learning about art itself has never piqued my interest. Again, I'm just trying to show you how to use this language. It depends on what kind of art you are talking about. I would love to learn more about the art of dance and music, but if we are discussing more traditional art and painters, I couldn't care less. Meaning, I do like art. I'm interested in learning some things about art. For example, automotive design, the art of making cool-looking cars. It's something that is very fascinating to me. I've always been enamored by luxury cars and how they were created. I love the word enamored. So here's your homework. 1, do you like drawing? 2, do you like to go to art galleries? And 3, do you want to learn more about art? If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give me a shout. I am here to help you, so I respond to comments and messages, and I am willing to give some feedback if you need it. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.